Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today, it's going to be a match between Terror and Air here on Neo Medusa. Right side of the map, it is the Peach Zerg player, it is Terror. And on the left side of the map here, it's got an orange Terror Protoss player, it is Air. I don't know why my brain thought that was Terran, but sometimes it plays tricks on me. Alright, so, let's see. Man, yellow versus yellow again. Alright, I kind of feel like this is going to be problematic for our colorblind viewers, but we will do our very, very best. Alright, so this is Neo Medusa. We've had some incredible games on this map. Yeah, so you can break down this temple to gain access to the high ground for your opponent's main, right? But you can also defend it by using this ramp and just making sure that nobody breaks down your temple. Natural base, pretty darn easy to wall off here. It's bigger than other maps, but not so big that you can't wall it off if you need to. Alright, so let's see what's going to go on here. Oh, hang on a second. That is an overpool. An overpool here from Terror, which, you know, shouldn't be a cause for alarm here for Air. Yeah. No problems. Everything is Q. Hope you caught the TVZ featuring Flash on Saturday, 2 days ago. I think it was a pretty good game, but, you know, every game with Flash is fairly good. That is the floor. Fairly good to incredible. I don't think there are any bad games featuring Flash just because of, you know, how good he is and his reputation and all that stuff. Anywho, going for the Forge Expand. Here is Air. Nothing too crazy there from him. Pool gonna finish up. Gonna probably go ahead and toss down a cannon first, then a gateway, and then I'm gonna guess at Nexus. Would be my guess. So there's your cannon, and do you want to go for the expansion? The problem is, Lings can jump on this cannon and kill it if there's nothing to help wall them off from doing that. But you know what? He's saving enough money to go for the expand. Oh, wow. Actually saving up for a 2-cannon opening. Okay, that's fine. Lings are out. It is 6 Lings with the drone on the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, hold up. Why am I counting 5? Am I missing one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is just following this probe. Alright, that's cool. Yeah, you don't want to probe throwing up cannons on this high ground. That is why we are absolutely making sure that's not going to happen. Is he trying to expand up here? Oh, this is kind of a nice third base, isn't it? It's kind of a nice third base to take here for Terror. Oh, this probe is blocking pretty heavily though, but now there's 2 cannons. No, nothing here. No kind of a wall at all other than the forge, but with only 5 Lings, can you run past without dying, get back around here, and then maybe get into the main base? Maybe. There might be a bit of an option there, but the probe is blocking that progress. The Lings decide not to go for it. This probe is still alive, mind you, being super duper annoying, and the third base is now coming up in this location. Again, pretty darn safe place to take a third. There is no gas, and that's the trade-off, but I think Zerg player is okay with that, honestly, for their third base. Their fourth, they're going to want some gas, absolutely. If the third base has gas, that's fantastic. But you can just go ahead and saturate both of these extractors, well, Vespine geysers you have available to you, and you'll be fine. On the other side, what are we doing? You're behind on tech, because we went for 2 cannons and a Nexus before Gateway. So we're going to have to defend here with Zealots and with cannons for the time being, which is totally fine. Zealot cannon defense is going to be alright. There's your lair timing. Cybernetics core is now coming down. I do wonder if maybe a Mutalisk opening here is going to be more viable than usual based on the opening from Air. Let's take a look at that. Let's keep an eye on that one there. Because obviously, he's going to go Cybercore into Stargate. And you know what? That's the same. That's less time, I think, actually, than getting a lair and a Spire. So Air's going to be just fine. Let's not worry about that. Yeah, no problems for him at all. Overlord trying to see what's going on. Oh, look, saturated your gas. Big time surprise. Overlord just here to make sure nothing crazy happens. This probe is still alive, mind you. There is no speed being researched at all here from Terror. He is saving that gas for other stuff. And that other stuff happens to be a Spire, which he still can't get. Could he? He could have afforded speed in this whole thing. Look at him. He's at 300 gas right now. Okay, well, see, look, Spire timing, perfection. Still sitting on 200 gas. Is he just... He's using that gas, I'm guessing, for mutas. Getting speed for Lings is so good, though. I worry about this. I worry about this for you, Terror. I really do. Yeah, there's your Stargate timing. It's, I mean, yes. Cybercore Stargate timing is a lot faster than Lair Spire timing. Those are both pretty long productions. Is this probe still alive? This probe is still alive, you guys. This probe's been harassing forever. I guess that's what happens when the Zerg player doesn't go for speed at all. Corsair production's begun from air, obviously. Robotics facility coming up. Could be special tactics. We could see some Reaver drops. This is a pretty good map for Reaver drop. You can use this high ground, drop in, get some shots off, pull back to the high ground. Kind of like using siege tanks, but more different because you're Protoss. Anyway, hit that like button if you haven't already. Hope you're enjoying the cast here today in 1440p. 1440p, remastered StarCraft here from the Falcon Paladin channel. I'm here for you 5 days a week, too. So if you're interested in StarCraft, this is a good place to be. Hitting that subscribe button is not going to be bad for you, I don't think. Now, the good thing about this base location, too, is you don't actually have to defend it with any Sunkens. That's the beautiful thing. I like the lighting on that. Sometimes StarCraft Remastered just makes me happy. Just the visuals of the whole thing. It's nice. Hey, look, it is a robotics bay back home from the Protoss. So excellent. Excellent news. We're going to go ahead and go for Reavers. Let's see how ready we are for this. Is this a dead Corsair? Do we hear dead Corsair? No. Reaction time. Oh, the jukes, though. Wow. The jukes on this Corsair pilot has 1 kill. Done some damage to an Overlord, but that doesn't mean it's actually a kill. And yeah, the jukes. The jukes are what ruin you. You have the exact same move speed Scourge and Corsairs do, but if you try to move at all, that slows you down. Even just moving slightly left or right. So that's why we see Corsairs escape when they take a straight path back home. But when they take a kind of a windy, juking path back home, that is when bad things can happen to them. So yeah, not a huge Zealot army. Not DTs either. This is somewhat traditional in this situation. But we're building Reavers, ladies and gentlemen, here at 7 minutes. 7-minute Reaver play with Corsairs in production. Zerg players got Hydras. Got a good number of Hydras. 8 Hydras in production in specific. Does he still not have speed? Dude, what? I guess he's like, I'm never making any more Zerglings in this game. I don't know how you can say that against Protoss, though. If they go into a big Dragoon setup, Lings are going to be super good. Of course, that's not what it is. Lings aren't necessarily as good as Reavers in most situations, so I guess maybe this is working out for him in the long run anyway. I don't know. I don't rightly know. Scourge coming in for a scout. Getting killed by Corsairs because there's a bunch of them. And 1 shot, 2 shot, 1 shot. No, I think the Zealots blocked that off a little bit. That's annoying stuff. Alright, well, Overlord's setting itself up in position to do some scouting. Hydra's here as well. Just trying to make sure we are ready for whatever comes over here, because there's going to be something, whether it's DTs. Actually, he didn't see a Dark Shrine. I don't know if he was able to scout up here and see what's going on that way, but I guess he did scout the robotic support bay. That's right, it's right here. So he knows. He knows it's Reavers. He's got Hydras ready to go. He has Overlords helping to spot for that, too. Overlord's not extended too far, because then the Corsairs will definitely kill them. Obviously. But here's a Reaver. Here is Zealot. We ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Dun 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 dun. All right, here come the Corsairs. Here's the shuttle. Yo, that is a lot of Hydralisks. And Air decides just to back out. No big deal. Just gonna skedaddle on out of here. Templar Archives on the way from him. 3rd base, warping in left side 2. Just getting started right now. 4th base timing needs to be fairly soon from Terror if he's gonna win this thing. You know, it's Terror. I think his macro is excellent. He's one of the better macroing Zerg players in the world. And as such, he's very good. He can sometimes fall apart a little bit in exchanges. Sometimes he's not quite sure what to tech into in certain situations, or is caught by surprise, which is never very good. Storm coming in. Yep, obviously you're going to want some Storm. Speed for the Zealots, too. This is so many Hydralisks, though. Wow, this is a big number of Hydralisks. That's why Storm is necessary. There is a bit of a window here where the defense against all these Hydras is effectively one Reaver, I think. Well, no, there's 2 Reavers back here. 2 Reavers, which doesn't seem enough. Can he even make... I don't know why he's over here. He's like, oh, is he dropping? Oh, Terror. I love you so much. I did see that upgrade coming. I didn't think it would be a mass Hydra drop at 10 minutes, though. Oh, boy. Well, the Corsairs are here to, again, try to kill these Overlords, but by golly, these Hydras are doing a ton of damage. Here is ye old Hydra drop. Woo! Right where your Reavers are not. Overlords are dying, but Corsairs are in a lot of trouble here, too. This 4th base, or 3rd base, rather, is absolutely toast. These Reavers are not even really trying to get over here. That's just a dead Nexus. Beautiful play from Terror. Holy smokes. That was fantastic. All right. And then the Hydras have this high ground position against these poor probes. Dude, Air's in trouble. I mean, he is up about 10 workers, which is just fantastic. Where are the... Trying to figure out where those 2 Reavers went. I guess one is here. They get some Reaver drops off. Well, there's your Storm. Oh my gosh. And suddenly we're down about 10 Hydras. That is big time, bad time numbers. Did he do a Reaver drop over here and I missed it? That's why Terror is only at 35 drones right now. Entirely possible. I was so focused on this drop, which did, you know, end up killing this 3rd base entirely. DT is cleaning up the remainder of the Hydras, at least, you know, at that 3rd base location, and the rest of the Hydras are ready to rock. They got +1 armor. Reaver shot, big deal. Reaver shot, big deal. DT's in the mix here, too, and he doesn't have any Overlords in this general area. He's got some Overlords he could probably use, but, oh, picking off High Templar as they come out. Ah, bad rally. Just a bad rally from Air there. That totally sucks. Is this going to be a 4th? Yeah, this is where, I don't know that you need a 4th now that you've killed the Protoss' 3rd base. So that's positive. But at this stage, I don't know. It is a 51 probe economy for Air. He was just able to absorb that attack without losing too many probes. Did lose his 3rd base entirely, which totally sucks for him. I'm so confused about how a Reaver drop would get that much damage done. There were Hydras here. There were Hydras here. I mean, sure, killing a bunch of Hydras, yes, but sneaking in there and getting a bunch of workers, I don't know. There's your 4th hatch coming up, and Terror, if you can get that 4th, is going to be in a fantastic Zerg position. Look at all this March float of the Overlords coming in again. He's going to try the same thing. Dude, if you can deny that 3rd base again, that might just be game over for Air. He can't be on 2 base at 15, 16 minutes against somebody like Terror. I love this Dark Templar, though, going after the 4th hatch while it's under construction here in the southern part of the map for Terror. We're just part 2 in this thing. Is the Overlord going to get here in time? The Dark Templar sure thinks so. He's changing his... Oh my gosh, there are still Corsairs here. Can you kill the Overlords quickly enough, laddies? The answer is... no. There's a ton of Hydras. Ooh, there's Lings in the mix too. 1-1 finishes up for the Hydras right now, but guess what here? The Storm High Templar dies for its sacrilege, but takes so many Hydralisks with it. That's fantastic stuff. He's... oh my gosh, this Dark Templar, though. He's got 8 kills! He has 8 kills, and he's going to try to take down this hatch. He very well might get this hatch, to be honest with you. 5-kill Hydralisk removed. 3rd base survives. And the hatch, couple more hits, doesn't have the time for it. He's dead. But yeah, 126 HP on that 4th base. It's alive. That's what's important. We're up to 45 workers now. From Terror, that drop did not kill workers or, well, maybe a couple workers. We're still at 51 here. I guess 4 or 5 maybe died there for Air. Died there for Air, indeed. This is an interesting place to take a 4th. This is basically a ninja 4th, man. This is a spawn location. Spawn location's safe third minerals only base. What a weird position this is. So there is our shuttle with 2 Reavers. A bit of a drone transfer down to the 4th base. So this is where your Lings are going to be good. Like, I think they're okay against this composition here. The Archon is obviously a little problematic, but can be taken down without too much trouble. So Archon down, pulling back out a little bit here. Again, Hydras are better against Archons than Lings are in general. But if Lings get that full surround, that Archon will die pretty fast depending on the upgrades. Lurker tech. We are here for das Lurkers. Oh boy, is everything... Ow, good Reaver hit there. But I think, yeah... The Reavers know they're dead. There was no shuttle in the general area to get rid of them. I think it did get sniped by the Hydralisks. Nicely done. And Terror's at even supply. Here at 15 minutes. Although this sneaky 4th base is such a big deal. 4th base is happily running for Terror, but if Air's going to be on 4 bases at the same time, economically, that is not going to be fantastic. Oh, High Templar does die. Last Storm does hop up here, and look at this. Is he... Oh, is this smart? Is this Air trying to make Terror think that he's denying a 4th base? Oh, that would be so good. That would be so good if that's what it was, you guys. Because this one right here is the 4 base. 4th base. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, this is where Terror needs to start skyrocketing in supply if he's going to win this game. If we stay... You know, 110, 111, 112, 109. If it's even, the Protoss player is going to win. Look at this. Look how much... Terror has no idea this is here. This is really good. I love this expansion to 5th base here from Terror. Pushing up. He's got them Lings. They've got their speed now. They're trying to jump on these Dragoons and kill them. Maybe jump on the High Templar and kill them. Beautiful Storms, though. Gosh dang, the Storms are so good, but I don't know if they're enough. Pretty good dodging here from Terror. In all honesty, he's just making more and more Hydralisks. I don't really see him... teching into Defilers, do you? He's got the Hive, which is nice. But no Defiler tech, and we've seen this attempted before. Against Protoss. No Defiler tech versus Protoss means Zealots are so hard to deal with if you're going Hydraling, right? Even your Lurkers aren't going to do as well if you can't plague those guys. There we go. Now Consume getting started. Defilers in production. So we're moving there from Terror. Whether we can actually reach that point or not, I don't rightly know. Beautiful, beautiful Storms. Pretty good Storms here. I mean, it's, I don't know. Is it harder than I'm giving, like, is it easier than I'm giving it credit for? Nice Observer Snipe, nice Observer Snipe. To do good Storms in this situation, Air, I think, is performing pretty well. He's got 350 APM. Really microing hard back home. He's microing on the front lines, macroing hard back home. But remember what I said about these here Zealots being a problem. Unless you have overwhelming numbers on them, they will just destroy you with your Hydra Zealot army in particular. You don't know about this, man. He thinks he's got Air confined to 3 bases, and he is wrong about that. If he loses this game, it's largely going to be because of that situation, where he maybe is a little bit overconfident. Goodbye, Egg. Man, the armor. The armor that Eggs have is so good. Shuttle in production. Once again, I think he's actually trying to take it this time. Two for the Hydras is done. Zealots on 2-1. 1 being the armor. Dragoons sharing those upgrades, obviously. DTs as well. Yeah, 2 DTs coming in, but there's 2 Sunkens. Yeah, it turns out if you're cloaked, you're squishy. Really, any level of defense is going to stop you. Again, not bringing Overlords to the party here is extremely interesting. These DTs are doing too much work. Oh, that's another free High Templar he's getting. Just donating a free High Templar. And, oh, is this enough Lings to get up? on top of these cannons. No. But it's close. It's definitely very close. Man, he could have killed one of these if he'd focused on one of them instead of the two at the same time. Focusing can be pretty good. That was a nice attempt to get up there, but still no Nexus. Look at this. Sky can't afford, or Air rather. Air can't afford to expand here. He's got 400 minerals, but he's also worried about incoming attacks. So he is producing more Dragoons. See, this is where Terra thinks he has this game won. He really believes that. Storm drop. Shuttle still has stuff in it, which is nice. Another expansion here from Terror. Terror making sure this doesn't happen. And, you know, you don't want to lead the Hydras to this location, because this is the 4th base for all intents and purposes. Dark Swarm is up. Reaver in the mix. Zerglings do take it down before they get murdered by a Scarab here. Hydra's ready to rock, but again, defended by the Dark Swarm are these Dragoons if they're inside it, but they're not. More and more Lings pouring in here. This is where it's 132 to 88 total supply. This is where Terror starts to be the Terror. Feeling extremely confident, really firmly believing his 3 bases for his enemy, although we just found the 4th. But I don't think it really matters. It's 123 to 60 supply, doubling up here as Terror. He's got the Lings in the house. The first time he uses Dark Swarm, it looks like it's the killing blow for Air. Storm kind of defends this base for a minute, but then all the energy is gone on the High Templar, and that's your GG. Air taps out, and Terror is your winner there in 21 minutes and 39 seconds. Good game. Good game there from Terror. I'm telling you, it's all about the Defilers. If you don't have the Defilers, it's hard to bring the hammer down on a Protoss player who is good and knows what they're doing. If they're using Storm, if they're using Reavers, they have Archons and good upgrades on their Zealots and Dragoons sprinkled in. If you just have Hydra Wing, it's not going to work out. Even Ultralisks aren't going to work out for you. You need the Dark Swarm, or you need the Plague, or, you know, preferably both if you can pull it off. But at the end of the day, just too many bases here for the Zerg player. He did end up killing this 4th, but not before, I mean, it was already over. The game was done. I wonder if that gave him the confidence to go for this, and he wouldn't have otherwise. Right? If he just assumed that Air was on 3 bases and was like, all right, I've shut down your 4th base a couple times. You can't have much to defend against me, and just went for it. And the truth was, he didn't have much to defend. A lot of investment into the Reavers that didn't do a ton, I don't think, in the High Templar. That did some work for sure, but just not enough overall giant army to handle the giant Zerg army here on the map on Neo Medusa. All right. Fantastic stuff. 21 minutes and 39 seconds. 141,000 points here for Air. 156,000 points for Terror. Ended up producing 500 Zerg units, killing 170 enemy units and losing 322. Kill-death ratio, not great, but when you outproduce your opponent by more than a 2-to-1 ratio, you're gonna be fine. That's how the math checks out here. Ended up constructing a ton of Protoss buildings, but again, Overlords don't count as buildings, so, man, 28-0. Air did not kill a Zerg building today. That's a problem. You want to kill one Zerg building at least. And then resources here for Terror, outmined out on both locations, on both types of mining, and outspent by 5,000 resources, and that is all she wrote. So well done indeed from the Zerg player Terror today. Air had a good fight, but Terror got the win. All right, so that's going to be it from me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.